Good morning, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. 1st of May was the last time I got out for a camp, and I only got round to posting the video for that on YouTube last month or so. So you've probably seen that now, you've probably caught up. So today we are hiking the Stretton Summits Round. The round is a fell running round. It's 18.5 miles. Set up by the owners down at the Outoor Depot shop in Church Stretton. Once you've completed your rounds, you can go in, show them your time, they get a picture of you to go on the vault door, which is their leaderboard, and you get a nice little patch with your time on. So yeah, I done my round back in April, did that in 3 hours. So this one's going to be more of a laid back hike with a wild camp around halfway. So yeah, I think it's about midday now, so I'm gonna crack on. And as I mentioned in my last video, what I posted last month, I think it was, I'm gonna change how I do these videos. So I'm gonna let the adventure take front and center stage. Oh yeah. So I'm going to be treating this as like a fast packing sort of weekend. However, my pack's not as light as what it should be for a fast packing trip, because I've brought my own water from home, so that's about 2.5 kilos extra. Got Paddy's food, his blankets and whatnot in my bag. Still need to get him a little bag so he can carry some of the load. So my pack's not as light as what I want it to be for fast packing, but I'll try and run as much as possible, mainly the downhills and some flats. They're not too far now from the ascent up to Craddock. So I'm gonna run then now until we start climbing that. Summit of Craddock, so that's number 2. It's not really nothing to mark the summit here. Not sure if you can even hear me. The wind's quite yeah, it's blowing a gale, so I'm going to get out the wind and I'll meet you when I'm in some shelter. So I've just dropped off the summit and just hiding behind some rocks. The wind's coming from that sort of direction. So yeah, not sure if you could hear me from up there, but just in case, There's no real marking on the summit on Cowdock. It's just like a flat sort of plateau. So that's Cowdock done. That's summit number 2, and I've got the Lawley, which is over there. So yeah, I thought it's 12:30, so it's a good time to stop and have some lunch, have something to eat. Dog have something to eat as well. All I've got on me is just some pizza. So I'll have this and then we'll make a move. Okay, so from here we're going to drop down this path off Cowdock and make our way over to the Lawley, and from there we will go through some farmland over to the Longmynd. Hey, that was a medic man down moment, wasn't it? So the route here, it does say to go, I'm not sure if you can see that, but it does say to go straight on, but I'm going to bag Little Cowdock, which is just bare off to the left. You don't have to go up Little Cowdock, but you may as well. So it's not that much of an elevation climb. It doesn't really add much distance, so why not? That's Cowdock, which does come down after the Lawley then, which is that peak, just sticking up there. We'll be heading over onto the Longmynd. If you've been a regular watching my videos, then you'd have seen the Longmynd a few times on the channel. It is my local go-to. It's about 25 minutes from my house. So yeah, it's good for a overnight stay. So yeah, that's Little Cowdock. In the wind again. Woohoo! So if you don't come up Little Cowdock, the path just down here is where you'll be walking. So I'm just on a road section now, so I thought it'd be a good time to give you a weather update. So I forgot to do that. So yeah, I've took the jacket off, just started to get a bit too sweaty. The weather was forecast to be wet, and quite wet from 1 till about 5, 6ish, and then it starts to brighten up again with showers. Yeah, 1 till about 6 was just meant to be heavy rain, but it looks like it's holding off. Couldn't see no dark rain clouds when I was up on Cowdock, so fingers crossed. I'm hopeful that holds off, but I've got my waterproofs just in case. Okay then, so we've got a short, well I say short, it's an out and back to the summit of the Lawley. So we're going to go up this track here, and we're going to come back down, and then we're going to continue down the road for a bit, and then we're going to turn off through some fields. It is a public footpath for the fields, so we're not just going across farmers' fields recklessly. It is a footpath. I've got Paddy's lead, so I'll pop him on around any livestock. So let's get this out and back done. I don't think I've ever known the Lawley not to be windy. Yeah, what I was saying about the rain, I think I can see some coming in from Wales, so keep an eye on that. I need to just pull out the waterproof if that does come over here, but the wind does seem to be going away from me, not towards me, so I'm hoping the wind just keeps that at bay. Let's get this one done, go back, get back down. There you go, that's the Lawley summit. Yeah, it's a tad windy, so they're going to get back down now. Come on, Paddy. Does seem a bit grim heading that way, and that's the way the wind's going to be pushing it towards me, so I'll keep an eye on that. So there comes the rain, and on comes the waterproof. Just come off the Lawley, back to where we start the out and back. So now I'm just going to make my way over now to the Longmins section. It's not the most interesting part, just through some farmland fields. So yeah, I'll speak to you when I'm going up to Longmins. The actual route then comes through the gate to get into this field here. There's a gate down the far end, but the farmers put a sign out saying that there's cows in the field, so if you have dogs then just use a track to skirt around the outside. Come here, buddy. Oh, good boy. Just a quick one then. So this is the last field before the main road from Shrewsbury into Church Stretton, the A4 and 49. We've got to cross that. So Paddy, come here. Actually, I'm going to pop him on his lead, because literally as soon as you get off the stile, you're pretty much on the main road. So I don't want him to jump the stile and then carry on and potentially, you know, get in front off the car. So I'll get him on his lead now. Okay, jump. Good boy. the farm field section done, and now I'm making my way to get myself onto the Longmans. So it's time for a baby bell. Hey, get some protein in me. Got one more real climb now before we finish the round for the day. I'll head over to Pole Bank, but after we've got up that bit just up here, that's the climbs out off the bay. Once we got to the top of here, it's just like a gradual slight incline, a bit of up, a bit of down, pretty much then to the bay, all the way to Pole Bank. That's quite a nice section, that is. If you do run this, it's a section where you can run the whole lot. So let's get up this last bit now, and then we're pretty much done for the day. Got a few more hours yet though before I can pitch up, so I'll head over to Pole Bank. Looking at the weather, might get some more rain, so I might take shelter in Pole Bank Cottage. Steve said he'll come and join me a bit later on the camp. He's out with his family all day today, so when he's back he's gonna come over and meet me wherever I'm camping. It's a bit grim now, but the app's still saying about 6 it's going to start to brighten up, so fingers crossed. Once the Pole Bank, it's right in the distance, just there. You can just make out there's a trig, and I think it's the, is it called toposcope? So you can see just 2 points there. And then beyond that, looks like these grey clouds are beginning to brighten up. You can just see a bit more brighter days ahead. Pole Bank then, it's just a bit the highest point off the round. So we'll tag that. We'll shoot down to Pole Cottage, get some shelter, and I might get a coffee. Pole Bank, 516 metres. Now, as you can see, the views are spectacular. Well, they would be, so just use your noggin and just imagine what it would be like. Right then, I'm in some shelter. It's a bit windy. I think the rain's eased off, but the wind's just relentless. So I'm gonna get a coffee, warm up. Steve said he's gonna have a walk up and meet me once he's had his day out with his family. See how I'm gonna catch up with him, just give him a message, let him know roughly where I'm thinking about camping. Yeah, and change the battery in the GoPro. That's gonna die of death in a minute. So I have this, and then I'm going to have a mooch down and try and find somewhere suitable to camp. I won't pitch up yet. I might put the outer fly up just to give me some shelter from the wind and rain. But yeah, I'll just take shelter in there for a bit. Send Steve a pin location. From there, just get warm. Right then, it's been a while since I've checked in. Walking down from Pole Cottage, my hands just went really cold. Fingertips were going a bit tingly and numb. First time I've suffered with my hands, so I'm gonna have to look at that. But yeah, I'm pitched up, sat under just the tent fly for a bit, dried off, and then yeah, just put up the inner. Told Steve where I am, so he's going to come up shortly, but as you can probably hear, the wind and the rain. So yeah, it is meant to be a clear night, so it should, fingers crossed, stop. But I've been saying that pretty much all day. So yeah, new bit of kit that I've got myself a new sleeping bag. It's going to be my winter one, the Berghaus Transition 300 bag, what I had, that green one you've probably seen me bring out on camps. It's quite a big and bulky one, it weighs about 1.9 kilo, so I needed something what's a bit more packable and a bit less heavy. But this one is the Rab Solar Ultra 1, and it weighs about just under 900 grams, so just under a kilo. So I saved myself there a kilo in weight. It packs down pretty small. I'll put a clip up in a minute. This bag uses the tilt system, so it's thermo-ionic lining technology, and it's meant to reduce heat loss by up to 15%. So it'd be good to see how this performs. It's rated to -4. Now I've had the Berghaus one, which is -3. I've had that in like pretty cold conditions out in Wales, and I've always been warm in that. So I'll be keen to see how this one holds up. It's not meant to get nowhere near that tonight. The thing's like 9, so it's going to be quite a mild night. But I'll start to use this from now on, just so I can see how it performs before it gets too cold. Yeah, I'll report back what my thoughts are probably a bit later on in the year when it gets cold. So yeah, I put the clip up now for how small it packs. So this is not compressed, it's just out of the bag. I picked it up this morning, so I've not cinched it down. It's out of the bag from the factory. I could probably compress that even more. So yeah, I just had to re-peg one of the pegs on the tent, but I come out and look at that. That was horrendous. That rain, the wind. Yeah, it's nice to see that. Steve's on his way up now, so he'll be here shortly. That wind still bites a bit. But yeah, I'll spin you around and I'll show you then where we started the walk and then where we've been. So we started off in the valley just between these two hills here. We made our way up the first peak, Outoor Depot, over to Craddock, can just about see the Lawley in the distance. Right at the back ends, far ends off the Logmans and over to where we are now. Tomorrow we'll then make our way down and then up the Bagliffe, over and back to where the van is. Okay, so yeah, Steve's on his way up now, so he shouldn't be too long. So I'm gonna say good night to you guys now. I do a little bit of filming when I'm cooking my tea and whatnot, but I won't speak to you guys now until possibly the morning. I might check in with you a bit later, but if not, I'll see you in the morning. Morning. Yeah, just waking up with a coffee. It seems like it's a lovely morning after a wild night. So yeah, we're gonna have this, get some food, get sorted, and then just see exactly what we're gonna do. So the rest of the Summits Round will be down to Little Stretton, down in the bottom, cross over the road, and then it's up the Bagliffe, and then from there we go over the Bagliffe back to the lay-by where the van's parked. It's about 4 mile, I think, 3-4 mile. But yeah, I'll see if Steve fancies a walk up to Polebank first, so we may just add nipping back the opposite way, and then from Polebank to the rest of the Summits Round. So yeah, I'll update you on that. I'm just gonna get some food and get sorted. Yeah, just like that, the rain's back. So all packed up now, leave no trace, just flat grass. Just now gonna head over straight to Bagliffe and then back to the van. It's about 3 or 4 mile, so let's get going. Come off Callow, back onto the path for the Stretton Summits Round. We're going to make our way now over to the Bagliffe, which is that hill behind me now. So yeah, it's about, what she's saying, 6k to the finish. But that's back to the Outoor Depot shop in Church Stretton. So probably about 1k less, I think. So about 5k, I reckon, back to the van. That's the Bagliffe pub, which you pass on the round. So if you're hiking it. Depending on what time you pass through here, you could stop off for a drink or bite to eat. So when you come out from the Ragliffe, you turn right and you just come straight down this road for a few hundred meters, and then you turn off left. So yeah, you want to cross over the roads and head up the turning before you get to the lay-by. So the lay-by is just down here, you can see it. Then we want to turn and head up here. So yeah, at this white house, just turn left and follow the signpost up to the Ragliffe. So that's where we spent the night last night, up on Callow.
This one, this vanilla one's a damn sight better than that fucking ice stuff.
So yeah, now it's climb up to the summit off the Ragliffe. It's quite a steep climb, this is. So yeah, just keep mooching, keep putting one foot in front of the other. Here. This isn't the summit. The high point, the summit, is that part there. Oh, then this is the summit of Ragliffe Hill. From here, you can see the majority of the route we've taken, apart from the Lawley. So I'll just spin you around and I'll give you one last view of the Stretton Summits Round. The start is just in the valley on the road, just behind these hills here. We walked up to the first peak, which was Hope Bowler, that peak there. We come off up to Caradoc, come down, up the Lawley on the other side, which you can't see, back down through the farm fields, up onto Longmynd, over to Polebank, camped the night up on Callow, which is that one there, and then made our way today up the Ragliffe and here. So yeah, we're gonna add an extra detour onto the Summits Round. We're gonna go and tag the trig point just on this hill here with the pylon. There's a trig point next to it, so yeah, we're just gonna tag that. So that's back down into Church Stretton and back to the Outoor Depot shop to complete your round. Obviously we're going to try and find this trig on Hasler. Yeah, the trig is just up there, but it's behind this fence here. It's got barbed wire, so we didn't manage to tap it, but it's as good as done in my eyes. So the van end is just on the road, just down here. So we've got like one or 2 minutes and we'll be back at the van. So I'm going to wrap the video up here. Thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed that. And yeah, leave a comment if you're interested in giving the Stretton Summits Round a crack, whether that's you're going to give it a crack in one day, you're going to run it, hike it, or you're going to back it. Get in touch as well if you fancy meeting up and we can run it together as well. Yeah, until the next time, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.